Welcome to Inside the Mill. We talk real fitness, real results, and the stories to prove it. Welcome back to another episode, Inside the Mill podcast. Coach Christian here, my main man Seth, and me and Seth were kind of, talking about coming up with a topic and everything, and talking about how most of these topics, it's just the same old stuff. You guys are hearing the same stuff that you heard 100 times, and so we wanted to be a little bit more relatable and talk about 3 things that we've seen at the Vitality Mill this week and, problems with that and how we can help you guys solve them and get better from that. And point number 1 is clients who only show up whenever they feel motivated to show up. And motivation's a feeling, man. Like we're not every single day. Me and you love working out, but not every day we're like, dude, I'm ready to get a workout in. But we have a plan and we have structure and we know the fruit of that. And so with having that clear plan, we know what our workout's going to be that day. But if you're going into it not really knowing and you don't have that structure on a daily basis and you're not just showing up and doing what you said you would do in the first place, it's going to be real hard to build that momentum and to be able to get into the groove of being able to even see the fruit of the work that you're putting in. And I think that's where a lot of people get frustrated with this. They'll start strong on Monday because they go, okay, I didn't work out all weekend. And then they show up Monday and then they wake up the next day, maybe a little tired, maybe a little sore, maybe a little stressed out from situations at work or stuff going on at the house. And then they stop showing up for themselves. And then before you know it, Thursday, Friday rolls around, they go into the weekend with no momentum. And then from that, you don't see the fruit of the workouts that you put in, because first off, you didn't put in enough workouts. And then second off, you're not doing the other things on a daily basis to even see the fruit from it. And then you don't get the results. And I think that's what leads to people losing that momentum and not wanting to show up regularly. And they go, what's the point?
I think the problem is they don't have a mission,
A clear plan of what they want to achieve.
I mean, why are you working out right now like you work out?
Me, I'm training for a competition.
Yeah, you know December 6th that
Yeah.
you're going to show up to Miami or Florida, whatever it's at.
Yeah.
And you know that like there's going to be 9 other dudes there going to try to take your head off.
Yeah. And that kind of goes through my mind every single day is I know there's 9 other dudes trying to get better
Oh.
or that.
So like we talk about motivation, but it's like with everything that we do, it's like why am I practicing pistol squats in there?
Yeah.
Because I said at the front of the year that I wouldn't be able to do pistol squats.
Yeah.
Why am I doing
Handstands
and like
no way you would just be doing that.
why am I killing myself and looking like an idiot? Because I said at the first of the year that I wouldn't be able to do a handstand.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get to the end of the year and I don't want to say like, well, I've tried to do it, but I couldn't do it.
Mhm.
And so that's why I put the effort in. The other side of it is I have a coach that's like drawing that up and pointing me in that direction. So I think it just comes down to the clients don't have something they're actually working towards. I see it with the clients that come in and they have a plan and they're like trying to drop 20, 30 pounds or whatever the goal is. When they're on fire, when they're trying to do that. And then when we pass that and it's like I say all the time, what's new becomes normal. And then what's normal becomes numb. And then what's numb is they just start to it's just like, oh, just come in to work out. Hey, here I am. I'm here. Good. Okay. Got my 3 days. All right. Got my 3 days. All right. We'll see you on Monday.
Dude, you're totally right. Because whenever outside of the gym and you have the temptations of the food and you're putting yourself in those different environments, if you don't have something that you're working towards, of course you're going to partake in eating that food. And of course you're going to not get your steps.
Why did
sit on the couch?
Why did you not you're in New Orleans?
Mhm.
Like, why did you not eat crap while you're in New Orleans?
Yeah, because I have that race in a month and I knew that I couldn't let my environment dictate my actions.
So then this is what we need to know now, and this is what we need to as we go into 2026 is our clients need to have targets that they're working towards at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not going to have that, then they're going to just float through, and it's going to be something where they keep the same weight on or they start slowing down and you get individuals, and I've got one lady in mind that don't come anymore. And it's going to hit her like a freight train because she's going to jump on that scale or her husband's going to make a comment or something's going to happen. And she's going to be like, I need to get back into the Vitality. And so you could either right now, you could just recreate and keep it new.
Mhm.
It's fun. When I looked at, and I said at the first of the year that I want to be able to do a pistol squat, I did a lot of other things prior to trying to get to the pistol squat to be able to lead now to where I could almost get into a pistol squat and be able to do it almost body weight style. And that means I had to work on my mobility. It means I had to work on ankle mobility. It means I had to work on my food so I didn't carry an extra 20 pounds while I'm getting into that pistol squat. Like everything becomes a lot easier. Now it gets to a point where like, okay, now you can almost get to there. We have to have something that we're working towards, that we care about, that's a mission. We need to have somebody else that knows about it. You know that I'm going to what I said I was going to do. The dudes that we work with inside of the GA, they know that I said I was going to do this. And if I, as a leader, if I don't do it, then it's like one of those things where it's like, well, who am I? What am I doing? Like, how am I showing up? So that's it. We need a mission at all times that we're working towards that says, hey, I'm going here. And then to know that there's going to be obstacles and issues and problems while we're going through that are going to make you better and improve your skill set and mindset as you get there. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be hiccups. My mom, we're dealing with her having ALS. I have to go potentially have an ALS. I want to speak down on her, but it's what it's looking like. I got to go to the ER and then to her doctor's appointment last week, and I'm out all day long, 2 days. But I still got what I said I was going to get in, and I had to fit it in differently because I said that I was going to go here. So I'm going to go there. So it's a mission.
Yeah. And before we close on that, in having that mission, that's why it's so important to have a coach, because obviously, like, people aren't coaches the way that we are. And so they set a mission, they still don't know how to necessarily get there all the time. And so set that mission, tell your coach about that mission, and then allow the coach to build the plan for you. And then all you've got to do is just do what the coach says, follow that, and you'll see the fruit from it. But we're not expecting you to have the mission and then build it yourself.
I've got a coach at Austin who I've paid $300 a month to take care of my stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this 19 years. I've been doing it double the time that he's done it. But I still release and submit to what I know and go, this dude's better at this stuff than I am. You point me in the right direction.
Yeah.
I'm following you because I know if I lean on my own understanding, I'm not going to get to the peak of where I'm trying to go.
100%. And Austin's asking about your nutrition. He's asking about, he's having you with him in your workout.
And he's going to be on me today at 4. He's going to be on me about my sleep's where it needs to be, but my HRV started to drop and stuff because we started adding more supplements and stuff in that he knows that I want to add in.
Problem number 2 that we've been seeing is clients that are under eating and they can't lose weight, or they're just flat out not making progress in the gym. And this is a couple of ladies that I have seen just this past week. They're coming up to me, and their husband, he's gone up 5-10 pounds on these exercises that we've been practicing over the past 3 weeks. But she's like, Christian, I can't go up on these movements here, and I'm just not sure what it is. And I asked her, take me through, what have you had today to eat? What have you ate this week? And it's very minimal. And with that, like, she's not eating enough of the right food. She's not prioritizing her protein, just really not eating enough food to fuel her body to be able to put on muscle, to be able to make the progress in the gym. And I think that that's a position that, some guys as well, but a lot of ladies, they'll start to get scared of eating food, and they'll see the scale go down because they're under eating. A lot of times when that scale's going down and you're under eating too much, you're slowing down your metabolism, if you're losing more than, 2.5, 3 pounds a week, there's going to be some muscle that goes off with that there. So it's not even like your body fat percentage is getting lower. You're just becoming a smaller, almost skinnier, fatter version of yourself. With that, it's going to make it harder to make progress in the gym. And then it's going to make it a lot harder to lose weight in the long run because you've slowed down your metabolism. Don't get me wrong. There's clients that are overeating, but I definitely see clients who are undereating. And that's that's keeping them from getting the progress that they want to see and having the weight loss stall out. What do you see there? Good with that?
Many times we talk about the same stuff. That to me is like we've been beating this like a dead horse. Like, so I can say the same things I've always said, but you can go back and listen to 14 other episodes where we talked about it.
For sure. Something I do want to close on with that, though, is what a lot of people do. They'll undereat a majority of the day. We had a teacher, this was a little over a year ago, and she would undereat all day. And then, she had her mind on doing stuff for her class, her clients and stuff, or her kids at her class. And just was stressed out, had a stressful job, worked with smaller kids. And she would fast basically all day, but then 7, 8 o'clock rolls around at night and she's binging. And within 3-4 hours of that nighttime, she overeats her calories. And then, her quality of sleep sucks because she's eating way too close to bed. And so I think that's something that a lot of people do as well, is they try to put themselves in a calorie deficit by fasting all day, and then they get at night and then they just binge and binge. And with you being in an extreme calorie deficit like that, your body's going to crave food a lot more. And so, yeah, just doing yourself a disservice there. So, kind of have smaller meals. And not only that, when you have a big meal like that, you're going to see yourself bloated a lot more often and just feel terrible. So, problem number three, clients who avoid asking for help until they feel overwhelmed. And this is like being at the Vitality Mill, like you have a coach for a reason. And some people, they try to figure it out and figure it out, and they don't ask questions on the app. They don't utilize the app. They don't utilize all the resources that we have in the gym. And then they go, well, I'm not getting the results. It's not working, but they're not raising their hand. And I think that we've got a lot of individuals that are doing that. They're trying to figure it out on their own when really they just need to lean on some support, get some encouragement, and get some clarity on what they need to do.
I'll never understand why you signed up if you're not going to use what you signed up for.
Yeah.
Doesn't make no sense. Go to Plant Fitness, go to all these other gyms and do whatever do with what you're doing on your own, because you're not seeing the value of the program because you're not following the program. I had a post the other day that I shared where it is an individual. It was actually posted it from I had like 2 or 3 years ago, and I just kind of added more insight to it. But it's an individual who came in frustrated with his results, wanting his money back. He only lost 1 pound. He'd been in the program for 2 months and he only lost 1 pound. He followed the workouts and came in for the workouts. When we was asked about how many times did he log in, when we asked him what is about his nutrition inside the app, when we asked him how he was doing, he's fine. A closed mouth does not get fed. If you're not going to speak up and you're not going to share your problems, you're not going to share where you're struggling at, you're not going to share the data, and you're just going to come in for the workouts, you might as well just go to a gym and do on your own or whatever you want to do, because you're not ever going to get the results that you want. If you want to fulfill and come in and lean on other individuals and not lean on your own understanding and try to play this game by yourself, the lone wolf will always go hungry. So you're going to continue to repeat the same cycle and the same problems. And it's a difference between going through a cul-de-sac and going through a dip. Going through a dip is like, oh, I'm struggling here. Hey, Christian, what do I need to do? I'm back up the top and we start figuring it out. Going to the cul-de-sac is repeating the same stinking cycle over and over and going, oh, I gained 3 pounds. Oh, lost 3 pounds. Oh, gained 3 pounds. Oh, lost. You're just going back through around and around in this karmic cul-de-sac. So you have to make a decision on like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I said I was going to do this, and start leaning on and struggling a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get on a call with my coach and be like, I'm up in weight. Why? Because I didn't follow the program. I've been stressed out. I've had the nights where we've gone from football games. I decided to eat a little bit later. And I raise my hand and I'll say, hey, this is what I've been doing. And we'll put a plan together. And by me, and this is stuff we talk about in the GA stuff, is like, by me just sharing and being honest with it, it shines a light on it. And then he can point me in the right direction and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. But if you're going to just do it, it's boring. Like those are you have clients that you train that you love to train because they're trying to get better and they're always improving. And you're like, I love training that.
Those are the funnest.
But the people that come in are just doing the same crap over and over again. It's like you're just going through the motion with them.
Yeah.
And as leaders, we need to be like, that's what our job is go like, hey, bro, why are you still the same weight that you've always been in? I got one guy that I can think of right now. It's a great client, great dude, but he still weighs the same weight that he's weighed he wants to do all this fancy diets of, I'm going to eat all this. I'm just going to focus on this. It's like, why don't you just focus on the plan that we gave you? You get the results, but you want to do it on your own and you want to lean on your own understanding, and you think that you're giving up something, and you won't have to give up something. You could actually implement and be able to have your carbohydrates and be able to eat the way and get results and be able to sustain those results and be able to move forward. But you want to do it your way. So you might as well just go to another gym and follow whatever they're telling you to do, or just go and work out at a big gym and just stay, because that's all you're doing. Because we're repeating the same stuff over.
For sure.
I know it sounds like, but I just want, like, people sign up for results. That's the only reason we're here, is to give them results. And if you're not going to follow a plan and you're going to, like, it's just frustrating to me.
Man, the thing is too, getting results is the only way to actually be free. You think that, oh, well, if I follow the nutrition that they got, then I'm going to be confined to that. And then I'm going to have no freedom at all. But it's no freedom when you wake up every single morning, you look in the mirror and you're a prisoner to the person that you're looking at.
It's ego. It's your ego that you want to do it your way. So do it your way. Like, that's what we just need to be, like 100%. Like, that's what I'm always going to be. Like, that's the difference between like there's this, like, between me and you is like, you get results from clients and we both get results from clients, because there's nobody's going to tell me that I don't care.
Yep.
I care on another level. The difference is you're empathetic, and so, like, you'll be not nicer than I will.
Mm-hmm.
Where the dudes that are following me or people who are in my circle, like, sometimes that I'm going to say things, and this is just no bash on you. I love you to death. You already know. That's what I've been pouring to you for the last year and a half, 2 years, is for us to take everything to another level. It's going to require for you to be a kind of a jerk sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like, it's like, and that piece of it's going to pull out another version of you as a coach, and we're going to help a lot more people as far as that stuff goes.
Yeah.
But like, I can't, and I'm not, but you've got qualities that I don't have, where I'm like, and so, like, together, like, we're great. Having Isaac into it, we're great. Having Stretch you and the individuals over there, we're awesome. But there's always a level to it. So, on the same intensity that I get where I'm like with the client, it's like us too, that we just need to be like, hey, bro, why don't you just go not, and then this is a takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'll get it all the time where I've had clients where I'd be like, hey, you know what? Maybe this isn't right for you. You know what? This isn't right for you. You just need to go away. One guy that we've done, like, in the GA, was like, you just need to leave.
Yeah.
It's not right. You're right. And now
It's
he comes back around and is like,
yeah,
can I come back in? Because it had to be taken away from him to figure out they needed it. That's why I don't care if clients leave, because I know when like, we've been doing this 20 years. It's like, it's not going to be a like question like they're not going to find you anywhere else. If you do, good on you. Like, I hope those people serve you and you get the results you want. But we've simplified this so much, we know what it takes to get the results.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
I came a little hot today.
Yeah, I like it. I think we need more of these, because whenever
well, let's just be transparent. You came in with like, and I'm like, bro, we're not doing the clients a service.
Yeah.
They need to hear like this real harsh truth about things to get the results. And we keep on saying, you need a calorie deficit, you need to get your steps in, you need to focus on your sleep, you need to quit drinking alcohol right before bed. Like, it's like, well, duh. Like, I've been saying this for all year long since we started this podcast.
Yeah, I think the talks that we have behind the scenes, because me and you have these talks on a daily basis.
We need to take this into 2026 where it's just like, we're not going to be for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to be, is that's like so crystal clear on the people that, like, you need to go and do something different. And what's going to happen is we're going to get people that are coming in that you are going to be so lit up and fired up to coach them, because they're doing what they said they would do.
Yeah.
And you've got those people, right? We got 20% of them. We got 80% that are like, we need to just be like, maybe you need to tweak it a little bit. Maybe I need something different.
Well, an example of that, man,
that's why I showed up with 3 levels of training too.
Yes.
Some people need to just go off and like, hey,
just handle it like,
you come in and get your workouts in, but that's really all you want. You want more coaching, we need to go here.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, man, to close on that, I just want to celebrate Wendy. She's been with us, several months now, and I just got a picture of her. She just dropped 60 pounds with us. She's lost over 100 pounds on her journey, but 60 pounds with us. And that is a great example of somebody who asks questions.
She's always communicating.
Shows up at the same time to the gym every single day.
Does her walks around the gym. Like, there's like
targets, those questions that I ask, and some people
in the app.
Bro, those questions are automated. Automated. I got 100 clients.
They're dumb.
But if you don't use that, you don't get the value of what those questions are trying to pull out of you. The best coach.
This is the best podcast that we did for a couple of different reasons, because exactly what you need to hear, but it's exactly the route we need to go when it comes to the vitality movement.
It creates clarity for us.
It just helped me out a million times, because like, I get frustrated, like, because I just know, like, I just want to shake people and be like, bro, what are you? And it needs to be something that I do. It needs to be. I am a leader. You're a leader, and we're leaders together in this. But as the president of this bad boy, this is exactly what we need today. Was to draw a line in the sand and be like, because what's going to do is those levels that we're going to that that silver medal, that gold medal.
It's going to make it that much more clear. Who needs to be in what?
You need to go here. We appreciate you. Come in, get your workouts in. We'll weigh you. We'll see what you weigh in 6 months or 6 weeks or whatever.
Yep.
We'll see what you weigh, and then we can reevaluate. And I think when they understand and they don't have you pounding on the door going, hey, you need to do this, and they realize like, oh, I'm on this island by myself a little bit, they're going to start to realize a little bit more, because it's not that I don't want to
be here to be here.
And I want to get the results for the people. I want to put the focus on the results on the people that are ready to do the work. Like I see Wendy, and I see like her doing her Paul kneeling planks today and taps and I'm like, you can see definitions in her arm.
Yep.
And like the fact that she has definition in her arm is like, and when she first came in, and I could see it. Another young man that comes in that's with Conway. Conway looks like Conway, and he's got other things happening in his body that's helping him as far as that goes. But I'm just like, well, he's becoming a man, and you can see it. He's different. He's different in multiple ways. So we poured into him, and he showed
us. He's had that side of him. He just needs somebody to push him to that point. He didn't have that.
And that's something that we do, and I do. So I've had to have tough talks with that dude.
And
so anyway.
Yeah, man. No, I think this was a great podcast, and I'm going to get to the drawing board, and we're going to bring a lot more podcasts like this to the table.
And that's what you're seeing right here is new podcast rock and roll. We're doing good. We're adding comments, adding different stuff to it, adding different topics. Normal starts to get kind of, and then numb was just coming in. I could have just went in and we could have just done that podcast, and we would have not had this gym that we got out of it. But I had to go like, no, I'm breaking this frame of the way we're doing this, and then it's going to become new again. And guess what? Here in the next few months, it'll be getting to normal, and then we'll have to do the same thing again. But we've got to always be shaking it up. Just like you got protein shake in that shaker, you're not just going to just drink the protein and let it protein slip down to the very bottom. You're going to shake it up because you want all the goodness out of it.
Absolutely. So to close this out, if you heard this and you are going through it alone, and you have questions that you need to ask, like raise your hand, reach out to us. You can reach out to us at the Vitality Mill on Facebook, Instagram, and we'll point you in the right direction.
If you're a client and you're triggered by this, then it was exactly the message that you needed to hear.
Yep.
Because if you're triggered, that means that you're feeling something inside. It means it's like, I'm talking to you, and you need to make a change, and you need to either step up and let's go, and let's really dive in, and let's get the results, because we got 2 more months, 56 days of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's something that you just need to make a decision. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to do the work. I don't want any help, and I want to do it my way. No problem with that. We've got a level for you that you can do, and you can actually save some money that way too.
Yeah. All right. We'll wrap up that episode, Inside the Mill podcast. See you on the next one.